I'm Tyler, and this is going to be a full round playthrough this time of Veterans Memorial Park in Parma, Ohio. So everything in this video is either in mid or short position for the baskets, and I played the island hole as well as the 3 lake holes. So let's just get started with hole 1. This round was not great in putting, but starting off here, it's way up that hill to the left. You can see what I was going for. I wanted to get around that corner, so I came in like 15, 20 feet wide or early. So I'm tucked off in here, roughly circle's edge, really obstructed. A little bit unfortunate. I really didn't want to start off as one of the easiest holes. Just need to get over that hill and it'll naturally filter down to the basket. But just take my par and move on. Hole 2, double Mando. It's off to the right here. It's really hard to frame, but it's pretty much dead center in the middle of the tree there. So you can see it just barely in there. So here's my putt, maybe 50 feet. I ran it, but my putting was really wobbly today. Never really a chance. So just like a 10, 15 foot putt out. For par, moving on to hole 3. This is pretty short on the top of the hill there. Just hang it out. It'll skip up along that dirt up there. So this is pretty much just like 3 feet away from the basket. Is parked. It's another one birdie. Start off the round and keep it going. So this is elevated basket, pretty short, but I definitely missed my line. I wanted to go around the trees there, a little early release, but I got a nice little anti-skip forward, so I have a look at it and make my putt. But I'm inside the circle there. It was not great putt. A little unhappy with that one. I wanted that putt, but take the par. Be okay. Moving on to hole 5. It's pretty much just straight 330 feet, roughly. I did not release that correctly. Another early release shot. Didn't flip it over at all. So I have another like circles 2 edge putt. I'm not going to say that was a layup. It was definitely not supposed to be a layup, but it ended up being one. So I guess I just take my easy 3. Move on. Hole 6. So it's behind that tree, like that center line of trees. It's there. So I grip locked this completely. I'm looking for down the middle to late turn. So you can see where the basket is now. I'm really early and quite possibly the worst jump putt approach of all disc golf history. Luckily, still only like 15 feet from the basket. So still take a 3. Really missing. A lot of these, like these first 9, are really must-get birdies. You can see this up against the right there. Didn't hold the ante long enough. Still roughly circle's edge for a birdie look here. So this one wasn't too bad of a putt, but left it low. So of course I'll be taking another 3. I should get at least half of these as birdies. So I'm a little bit unhappy, but not any bogeys yet, so we're doing okay. This is just a really short flick. You can see the basket up to the woods there to the right. It's like just get it down the gap in the center and it'll just fade out. Pretty much be an easy putt. You see this, I wanted to get up, but it's still only like a 15 foot, 20 foot putt. No problem. Finally get another birdie. Okay, move on to hole 9. So this is really hard to tell, but it's just get as far down the hill to the left as possible. So this is like, I hit the line pretty much exactly. I'm just gliding down that hill there. It's really hard to get any further down. You'll see where I ended up. So this is what I would call like a very good drive, and I'm still like outside circle 2, putting down the hill. So just take a 3. I'm not unhappy with taking a 3 on that little short island hole. It's just like a pitch up. Pretty much a practice hole. I somehow still left it really wide. So I've got like a 25 foot, 50 or 25 foot roughly for birdie. This should be a guaranteed 2 every time. So thankfully I get this. I have some issues picking up my disc apparently. But so I finally got my 3rd birdie of the day. This is the bottom of the hill to the right. And it's pretty obvious that was extreme early release. And I got one of the worst locations to land on this hole. So I'm trying to get through this little gap in front of me, and I hit it almost exactly. I needed like 3 inches to the right, and I would have been through. But unfortunately, I have a tiny gap in the woods here. I ran it again, but gonna be taking my first bogey of the round here. Was not happy with that. It's not a very hard hole. You just need to hit the gap down the middle. But with the early release, obviously, I'm not gonna have the greatest time. So I got really pinched off in the woods. Tried to scramble, couldn't do it. So take a a bogey. First bogey 4, back down to 2 down. So this is another on top of the hill to the right, really short flick. Just hit up the hill, don't hit anything clean, and you're okay. So that's in the circle. Nice little putt. Like 15, 20 foot putt for another birdie. Back to 3 down. You can see my putts are like wounded ducks today, so I'm very unhappy with that. It's kind of hard to watch. This is between the 2 trees on the left side of the screen, way down the bottom of the hill. You just have to throw like a huge, like sweeping hyzer through the woods. So it's really hard to film it. You can see it coming in there roughly 35 feet from the basket here. This one's a good birdie to get because it's really hard to get to the woods clean. So I really wanted to capitalize on this. And I just missed. And you can see I'm not very happy with that. I wanted to just like slam my disc into the ground. But guess I got to go make my comebacker for par. Which luckily it did end up making. Or this would have been mental pain, you could say. So at least didn't get any bogeys on that hole. So we can move on. Hole 13, really tight gap off the front. Another early release, so I put way too much hyzer on this because of it. So I got to the gap though, so I still have a look. This is like 35 feet, 40 feet. The weird camera angle, but still have a look. Yeah. Missed that one again too. So not my best day. Still only 1 bogey though, so it could be worse. Let's move on. Hole 14. We're going like maybe 40 feet uphill. It's not that long, but you really need to just hit that gap. And as long as you hit the ground somewhere clean, you'll filter up to the basket a bit. It goes downhill again. So I went deep here. I have really long like downhill putt. So you can see this. I threw this like nothing. Just tried to throw it down. Also had a headwind here. So I probably should have gotten on the knee or something to get lower, but I gave myself a tricky comebacker. Like a 25-foot comebacker putt uphill after missing the downhill putt. So here's that. Thankfully, I did not miss this putt or another bogey for me, but still sitting at 3 down. Still playing okay. It's just mostly my putting I'm unhappy with. Let's see stats at the end, but it's really bad. This is right on the right. Again, not the greatest drive, but it's going to work out to be okay. I threw this way too high. If I had kept that low, would have landed like flat and been into the circle. But I've got a big uphill putt here. Maybe edge of circle too. Didn't quite get it up there, so gonna be taking a tap in 3 here. I decided to just toss my disc up there, I guess. Not having a great day. See me running around here. My camera's at like a 10% battery because I'm using my phone. So we'll see that come into play in a bit here. But hole 16, straight downhill, OB behind the basket. So you can see here I'm trying to get down. I threw it a little high, but thankfully I hit the ground, slowed to a stop behind the basket here. So I get maybe 20 foot putt from downhill here for bird. And thankfully I hit this one, so I'm at 4 down now. And right now, my camera died completely because I was using my phone. So as I picked up the camera here, it died. So I had to go to my car and charge it for 25 minutes. So that's why the sky's all dark now, or darker. Here's our hole A, one of the first temple. The basket's about 420 feet. It's like a small amount out there, but I went like 25 feet long here in the side of the hill. I was happy with the shot, but I just went long. And that tree there is right in front of me with some low branches. So I tried to straddle out here, try to get this. The putt itself felt good, but off left side. So another inside the circle birdie opportunity I missed. It's unfortunate, but it was a nice shot and a nice putt. Just a little bit off center there. I'm okay with that. Hole B, second temple. It's way in the bottom of this hill here to the left. So you'll see you got to get around the pine, and then it just goes massive downhill towards the lake. You can see here, I went like 60 feet deep here. It's really hard to get the angle correct. I had a little bit of a headwind here, so I was making sure I get around the corner. So I ran this. It was actually really close, so Not unhappy. You'll see here, pay attention to my feet. I'm just trying to run before my camera dies again. And I slipped on my disc. So here's here across, hold C across the lake here. I really want to take this as like, it's definitely a pretty easy eagle as far as eagles go. But you see I hung it out, not enough left. So I got caught up in the trees here. If I had been a little bit left of this line, I would have been sliding across the path for an eagle look. But I have an approach here. It's a par 4, so I left myself really short on the approach, but it's still a pretty easy putt here, 20-25 feet. See me get a little strokes in here because I really don't want to miss this putt. Barely hangs in on the left side. Sitting at 5 down now with 2 holes to go. Hole 17. Up on the hill there, you can see it through the trees. Throwing a wide hyzer here. Just get a little action up the hill. Have an opportunity to putt. Another like 25, 30 foot putt here. Really want to get these as the end of the course. Want to get some birdies. So taking my time again. And completely missed it. Just airball over top. Not happy with that again, as you can see. I'll be tapping in for another par. Unfortunately. So another wonderful putting showcase. So hole 18, it's way on the bottom, so I'll go as far right as you can see. You can see the angle I have on this, and I'm still not going to get far enough right. I needed to throw it a little bit higher. So you're going to see I'm going to get caught up in the trees here just a little bit. So I still needed to go farther right even with that insane anhyzer. So I've got these low branches in front of me and I got to straddle out. So I'm trying to get it up and around there. And I caught the branches or else that might have gone in. That's actually a pretty good line. But you can see I caught the branches and I realized I can just go tap in. So my phone's sitting at like 4% battery here. So I'm like running around to get all my shots in. So finally finished round. Finished 5 down. If I had putted better, would have been an okay round. But I had decent driving, so I'm okay with that. And I'm still working on my putt, so it'll eventually get better. Well, that was Veterans Memorial Park at Parma. So I'll be doing a couple more of these videos as I get the opportunity. Now I got a tripod. You can see the video recording was a bit better this time compared to Roscoe's video. So try to get some more of these videos in.